This film gives its participants a voice. They're using that voice to educate others about the hate that has invaded their lives. This hate is based on nothing more than the way they look. All live in Herefordshire. Some choose to live here, others were born here, but all call it home. The people in this film are not victims. They are challenging racism and prejudice to make Herefordshire a better place for everyone to live.
No, I'm not happy with the black people and Asians coming here to live, because I think that due to the interbreeding we are going to lose our genes. I'm quite happy to see the Europeans come, therefore they will keep Hereford white.
When I first came to Hereford, I felt there was something in the air. I've had lots of problems in the 11 years or 10 years I've been here.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. All in, okay? Thank you.
Working as a taxi driver for 5 years, however, we do face racial harassment on a daily basis. I drove a taxi in Rugby, Warwickshire, for 7 years. And I drove a taxi in 5 years in Hereford. What I found different, in the 7 year, I never got attacked once in my taxi. I never got abused once in my taxi. However, Hereford, for 5 years, on the 25th of December 2003, I was beaten up by 6 people in my taxi. Racially abused and being threatened, and have had abusive language from several people regarding race over the 5 years. Yet I never had that in Rugby.
Sorry. Right, my name's Tom Indersing and I live in Hereford and I've been living here for about 8 years.
Tell me where to find the gloves, please. The yellow or pig, whichever.
What do you want, like married
Quilt, yes. I have no idea.
I mean, being in Birmingham, it was like, that's where I belonged. But coming to Hereford, it was just a total different world. You're always conscious of that you are different. You're our 1 millionth customer.
What do I get for that?
Nothing. You're just the 1 millionth customer.
Congratulations. Thank you.
It was just people making racist remarks and stuff, on a daily basis, and it was like it was normal. It just didn't mean anything really. But being born in this country and bred in this country, and I mean, I feel I'm not an Indian. I'm actually a British Indian, if there is such a thing. And you just couldn't tolerate it. I just didn't want to put up with it. And my parents and my grandparents, they did, because that was part of the deal for them. But for me and my brother and my family, we didn't feel like we should just say, oh, forget about it, it's okay.
I suffered 2 years depression and I continued driving taxi. How can you live or work in this sort of community when that sort of behaviour, you're going to face on a Saturday night, and every Saturday is going to be the same. Once they've had a drink and they go out on clubbing and come out from the clubbing and they see another person of different colour, they just come out with it automatically, and it's really the drink doing it. They might not be racist, but when they've had drink, they just come out with the slogan.
I've worked in pubs since I was 13, doing washing up, and then I was the cook, then I used to do the barmaid, and so you see it all. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, like pucky and things like that. You hear banter, pub banter, and you because you're not drunk, you see it more, you hear it more all the time.
Well, one's Jippo, get called that quite a lot. Another one is Pikey. I mean, you can take it for so long, But you know, when you do get it from when you're a small child, really, when you go to school, you get it. When you leave, at some point you're going to break, aren't you? I mean, it's just like you could sit in the pub, listening, and they're all telling real bad jokes, you know, about, well, they're just racist jokes and that. I challenge them and that, but you know, you get worn out after a while.
I mean, it's just mainly things like, you know, the word packy. I mean, it really offends me. I mean, because I don't know what it means. I still can't understand what it actually means. Does it mean that I'm brown? Does it mean I originate from Pakistan, which I don't? I just can't understand the word, but that's the category we're in. That's what I am, apparently, to a lot of people. Oh, the phone rings and people say, I'm in the Paki warehouse.
I work with the Muslim community. They come from Pakistan, but if somebody calls them a Paki, it's not the slogan that they want. For as the Pakistani community are concerned, that is a threat.
I think that word is a racist word. I think even if you was Pakistani, you wouldn't like to be called that. It is a racist, a horrible word. Yeah, I think somebody who's that colour is Pakistani, that's it. But even if I was Pakistani, I wouldn't like to be called that word anyway.
It's not short for Pakistan. Paki is an abusive language to the Pakistani community. They do not deserve to be called a Paki. Car one, Steve, you're at Tesco's, are you?
I'm set outside Tesco's tagged.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
I've been called a black bastard, I've been called a Paki bastard, I've been called a nignog, I've been told to go back to my country, and I was born in Warwickshire.
Most of my family are racist, I'll be honest, but I've just seen people for who they are, up until sort of starting preschool, and people assuming that, obviously because I was white, that I'd adopted them, which was laughable. And they've always had issues at school. There's always been sort of name calling and silly little things, but they were younger at the time, and sort of you were able to say to them, you know, they don't know what they're on about, just ignore them. But now they're at an age where they retaliate because they're angry. On a daily basis they could get called niggers, chocolate face, anything really that can get at them.
It's a bit rude. I mean, I hate the word anyway, I dislike the word. But that's the most common word that they'll always say is nigger or blackie, or there's no black in the Union Jacks, it's in the Paki back. I'm Paki. And sometimes I want to be a Paki or a Pakistani and say, yeah, I am actually, you know, because I want to support another race.
They've never heard the word nigger in our house or anywhere, and yet they come to you one day and say, what does that mean? They keep calling at me. They know who they are, they know where they come from. And it's when they go outside they have it. It's crap.
Well, you know, why should we be downgraded? We shouldn't be downgraded. It doesn't matter what colour skin you are, we shouldn't be downgraded. If you've got an issue with somebody, you don't need to bring their colour into it. We're all human. We all share the same colour blood. So at the end of the day, as a human, with human rights, we don't deserve to be abused in any form of way. We shouldn't be. I shouldn't be abusing anybody else. Likewise, they shouldn't be abusing me for my colour.